Well, hello and welcome to the internet and welcome to my channel. It's me, Odio, and I'm back again to do another review for you. And I'm excited for this one. I pulled out an old Blu-ray the other day, Superman Batman Public Enemies. I love this movie. And if you can't tell from my pin or my other pin or, maybe my Superman Batman necklace or even my Superman Batman belt buckle, yes indeed, I am quite the Superman Batman fan. A little bit biased, but I gotta tell you, I'm gonna review this movie, and I loved it. Let's get into it. Well, hello, welcome everybody. All right, we're here to do an old school Blu-ray review. Superman Batman Public Enemies from 2007. I know you're like, oh, that movie's a bit old. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. I pulled out the Blu-ray and I gotta say, this is an amazing animated movie. The animation in this is just top notch. I loved it. And I'm gonna, sorry, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but let's just get into it here. So if you haven't seen or read Superman Batman Public Enemies, I recommend it highly. Maybe not the whole Superman Batman line, but definitely this movie or this comic. And it starts off with the world's in turmoil. Everyone's broke. Stuff's not going so good. We need a change. We need a new president. We need Lex Luthor. What? Yes, he becomes the president of the United States. Truth, justice, the American way of life really sound different when Lex Luthor is the leader of the country. So the first thing he does is he conscripts all the heroes to be like basically police for the world, right? And Superman's like, I don't like the look of this. Lex is pretty evil. I'm not down and joining this. So he still fights crime like normal, but you do notice within the context of the movie that crime has gone down significantly. Some of the main ones that join up with Lex, some of the ones that join up like Captain Atom, Major Force, Black Lightning, you see Hawkman at one point, and Power Girl. If you don't know who Power Girl is, let me tell you, as a young man reading this comic when I was younger, she introduces you to the boob window. What? They do that in the movie too. Never makes any sense for any superhero or heroine costume to have this, but there's a window so you can see, the cleavage. Fantastic design. Whoever thought of that? Amazing. And Power Girl wears it well in this movie. It's just funny to see the old animation style. Like everything is so defined and everything, but really, really good here. The whole movie you're going to be looking like, wow, you see abs, you see muscles. Everyone looks like a hyper version of themselves, which is great. So as the movie gets going, Superman doesn't want to join them, and they all kind of want him to come in, and Lex says, he'll come around eventually type thing. So he tries to get Superman to join. There's a whole thing with Metallo. Now if you don't know who Metallo is, that's a robot, a human robot powered by kryptonite. So obviously made just to defeat Superman. So they kind of have a fight at the beginning, very, very early on, and a very bad thing happens to Metallo. But Metallo almost kills Superman, gets a shard of kryptonite and stuff in him, and he has to get help by, you guessed it, Batman. And I gotta say right out the gate, Tim Daly as Superman and Kevin Conroy as Batman, that's the combo. These guys, these are the masters. This is the best voice actors you're going to get for this job. Conroy's gone up. I'm just saying, amazing. As soon as you hear that Batman voice, it's the one from the animated series. It's the one you know. And Daly does a great job as Superman. He comes across as a Kansas sort of farm boy, the schoolboy type thing where he's going to always do the right thing. Really, really good. But the reason I like this more than a lot of the other comics and movies that I've watched in recent years is it's a real nice character story as well. What? Character story? Yeah. Superman and Batman are actually friends. Superman actually says the phrase in this. He's his best friend.
That was my best friend.
And Batman says Superman is one of his only friends other than Alfred. And you get to see Superman really badly hurt. And he could die, but Batman carries him. Like you don't see Superman in a lot of comics like super vulnerable and be carried by a regular human like Batman, but it happens here. And you get to see his recovery, and you really learn that at the end of the day, Clark or Superman really depends on Batman and these relationships. And Batman, even though he acts completely aloof, really does respect Clark as Superman. And you get a great relationship from two of them. You just don't get it in any of the other animated movies and things like that. This is unique in that sense. And you get a lot of action too, because after that, you get the title of the movie. Lex Luthor, President, declares them Public Enemies, Batman and Superman. He's offered over $1 billion, $1 billion with a B, if they can catch Superman. He's now the new public enemy, and I guess Batman is too by association. And basically, they have to try to prove that Lex is lying. And while all this is going on, we have a catastrophe. A meteorite is going to hit Earth and kill us all. And Lex, in his ultimate wisdom, instead of telling all the heroes so they can fight them, says he's going to solve it himself with some missiles. Obviously, that's not going to go well, but that's not the point of this movie. I'll tell you what the point of this movie is. Superman and Batman versus everybody. Holy cow. You may have seen fight scenes in animated movies before. You may have seen little catch-ups and team-ups with other guys. You have never seen a roster like this. They fight literally everyone. If Superman and Batman meet a villain or character in this movie, they're definitely going to throw fisticuffs with them. You see everyone comes in to make an appearance. At one point, they're by a building in a field, and they all just start coming out. Like, you get all the ice guys, like Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold, and they're all making their crazy, cool down, or chill out, or everybody freeze. And you're like, okay, great, we got all these guys. It's like an episode of Robot Chicken. But not only them, you get everybody else. And not only do you get to see everybody, they fight everybody. Like, you get, Mongol is in it, Gorilla Grodd, Giganta, Starfire, and, like I said, obviously, Lex is in there, and just a cacophony of other people. Banshee's in there at one point, and they have to fight heroes, too, like Hawkman and everybody, so you just get an all-out war. One of my favorite parts in it, too, like, some of them are like Superman's like, why would is Gorilla Grodd doing something, why would Gorilla Grodd want money? Well, of course, he wants it to get the money to build his ape empire, right? And at one point, Mongol is attacking Superman. Superman's like, what would you need money for? Of course, he's being controlled by Gorilla Grodd. A lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't. And then, like I said, throughout the whole movie, as they're trying to move throughout the world and solve things, they end up fighting Shazam even at one point. Like, everybody's after them. It's awesome. And you get to see a lot of gadgets from Batman and Superman using his powers. At one point, Batman shoots a batarang and tries to pull someone off roof. He's like, I can't get him. Oh, here, pull. Pass it to Superman. He pulls it. Grodd comes flying off the roof. Amazing. So many awesome scenes. And by the end of it, they realize the meteor's up there, and they go to meet with Toyman, and Toyman is there, and Power Girl eventually comes to their side, and they send her to go talk to him. It's great, because he's a teenage boy, and she has a boob window, and she's like, he's not so little, I'm going to just stay out here. And when you meet Toyman, he's like, where's Power Girl? Is she coming in? It was really neat, and you get a really nice finale. I mean, this is a 17-year-old movie, so I'm not too worried about spoilers, but long story short, Lex's plan doesn't really work, so Toyman has to solve the problem of the asteroid going to hit Earth. And when he goes to do that, Lex, I don't know why, but he's like fighting against them. He wants to start a new utopia and marry Amanda Waller. He's been injecting himself with kryptonite. We get a real mad Lex Luthor in this. He's out there. A lot of things he does in this is crazy. But he comes in a power suit. He's trying to stop Toyman from solving the problem to save the world and everything. He's fighting Batman and Superman. And long story short, it ends up that Batman kind of has to sacrifice himself to save the world. And when that happens, it's one of the first times you also see a real change in Superman. Like, he looks at Lex, and, like, he's not crying, but you get that emotion in his voice, and he's like, that was my best friend, and you killed him. I was like, oh, my goodness.
That was my best friend. And you just killed him.
And like even Lex is like, oh, okay, you're very upset. He tries to get away. Superman's like crushing all of his pieces. I thought we were gonna kill him. Like he really, like it looked like we were about to get, Injustice Superman, like gonna take care of Lex for killing Lois. And then he realizes, Superman, Batman might be okay. What? Anyway, he goes. It's a fantastic ending to the movie. You get everything you want from this. You get fighting, action, Superman, Batman, story, world-ending things, great villains, great heroes. All around amazing. Definitely, if not my favorite animated comic book movie ever, it's up there. It might be my favorite. I was rewatching this because I got that new Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3 coming out soon. So was just looking through my old Blu-rays and grabbed this one, but I don't regret it. And you won't either. If you have not seen this movie, check out a Blu-ray bin at Walmart or just find it on somewhere you can stream it online. You won't regret it. It's a short movie. It's under an hour and a half, but you get to see so many characters, so much action, and that animation, it holds up real good. It's actually better than a lot of the stuff we get nowadays. Overall, highly recommend this movie. I know it's old. Go find it. You're going to enjoy it. You got to watch it. You got to see the fights. You got to see the characters of Superman and Batman. And like I said, Tim Daly and Kevin Conroy, they're the best. You're going to really enjoy it. So if you get a chance, go out and find it. Have you already seen it? Did you like it? Let me know down in the comments. Maybe we can have a little chat about it. I don't know. But thanks for your time. If you watched this far, really appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.